Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the daily message for March 22nd. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could resonate today or over the next several days. This reading may or may not be for you, so please only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. I also want to mention this reading is not sign specific, although I will call out any zodiac signs that I do feel need mentioning throughout the reading. So this is a general collective daily message. I would like to talk about some astrology aspects, like always, before jumping into the cards. So we do have Mars square Uranus today. So this is creating a lot of tension, a lot of friction. What I heard in meditation was keeping things private. So you might feel in the energies very restricted and wanting to be rebellious today. You might find yourself acting without thinking of any consequences. So I think get prepared for some conflicts and quarrels if you're breaking free from any limitations and restrictions today. The energy is very dynamic, and this transit can really help you become more creative. So this is really going to bring forward a lot of inventiveness when it comes to your personal life and feeling more invigorated, especially if you're harnessing that very powerful masculine energy. So we need to remember Mars is in Aquarius. Uranus is in Taurus. So the energy, I think, is really going to keep people guessing is kind of what I'm feeling. So I do feel you might need to deal with some upheavals, some surprises, and some unexpected changes in the energy today. But either way, I think something is going to capture your attention when it comes to escaping routines and when it comes to feeling limited, stressed, and full of anxiety. So get ready for some strange cosmic forces to act upon you today when it comes to any disruptive events that might be taking place. So I think get ready for some major adjustments, and it might feel like you are being pushed over the edge today when it comes to any negative experiences. So I think it's really time to learn from past mistakes once and for all. And this is a very shocking energy is kind of what I feel coming through, especially when it comes to any regrets, any impatient and reckless behaviors. And I do feel the energy is creating this overwhelming tension when it comes to any underlying struggles, and you are encouraged to remain calm and balanced as you kind of tap into your divine strength. So when I looked at the moon aspects this morning, the moon is still making its way through Scorpio, and I know from my own personal journey, I dived really, really deep last night into some emotions. My daughter was really, really upset. My daughter's been dealing with bullying issues at school since about last year around this time. So when my kid is upset, Mama Bear gets a little bit protective. So I think the energy really is bringing up a lot of these repressed emotions when it comes to these blocks. And it can be very sentimental, especially with that scorpionic energy. Scorpio asks you to dive really, really deep into your emotions. So today, the moon is forming a trine to Neptune and a sextile to Pluto, very harmonious aspects. But whenever Pluto is involved in Neptune is all about illusions, and Pluto is all about secrets. So we're going to have these aspects today, and then the moon is going to shift into Sagittarius later this evening, forming a trine to the sun. So I think this is very special energy when it comes to tapping into some psychic experiences. Trines to me are all about portal openings. So your mind might be extra oversensitive when it comes to these cosmic energies and experience the higher realms of existence. So get ready to receive a lot of divine inspiration in the energies today and a breakthrough, which might create some friction and some frustration. I think a good thing to do today is to kind of work in front of a mirror and look in the mirror and break free from any restrictions and really look at yourself and figure out what your dreams are and your visions are for the future. Can you look in the mirror and honestly say, hey, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am this amazing person. So I think intuition is really going to be heightened in today's energy, to be honest. And you're going to need to pay extra attention to any psychic impressions, any signs and synchronicities. And this really is the perfect time to schedule that tarot reading, that psychic reading, or to visit, you know, a therapist of some sort when it comes to all of these repressed emotions and psychic insights coming to the surface. So I feel this energy with the moon forming that sextile to Pluto is creating like this deep emotional body awakening. And you might find yourself being really drawn to the mysterious and hidden occult mysteries. So I feel a lot of stimulation when it comes to these deep, deep emotions. And it doesn't matter what your moon aspect is, all zodiac signs are going to feel this energy. The moon governs all of our internal reactions and our outer experiences as well, our reactions to all of our outer experiences. And this is all done through our emotional body, through our feelings. So you might want to watch your temperament today and be compassionate in the energies. This is really going to expose any deeply buried emotions. Like I said, very intense emotions that I went through last night with my oldest daughter. And it's really going to highlight any intense personal interactions when it comes to exactly how you feel. So, you know, feelings are valid, whether they are good or bad. And in order to have those rich life experiences, we kind of have to experience the range and intensity of all of our emotions. We are human. We have emotions. And to repress them really is to deny living your life to the fullest. So I think get ready for this energy of rebirth coming through. It's kind of like this evolution in order to be free to move on from any limitations and any restrictions. So anything that's been in a state of decay, get ready for this rebirth energy to come through. It's kind of time to eliminate these bad habits, any addictions, or any subconscious revelations that are coming to the surface when it comes to not being able to control your feelings or your behaviors. So this deep renewal process can happen in your interpersonal relationships, in your life, in your home life. It's kind of time to get to the bottom ickiness of all of these emotions so we can, you know, investigate all of these hidden feelings and to bring them to the forefront in order to really lean into our intuition is kind of what's coming through, because our intuition is always here to guide us along our spiritual journey, especially when it comes to diving deep into that underworld energy. And that's what Pluto is kind of asking us to do. And then later, after the moon shifts into Sag is all about transcendental experiences, tapping into those higher frequencies. And this is going to bring forward this energy of seeking mutual love. And it can bring good fortune. It's also very spontaneous energy. Sag is very spontaneous. So you're going to have to be very mindful when it comes to your reality and harnessing all of these energies today. The sun is a very energizing energy and is going to emphasize what really matters in your life. So this is going to create some harmony later on in the day after all of these intense scorpionic emotions between your conscious and your subconscious mind. So get ready to experience clarity when it comes to making a decision, especially when it comes to relationships. I think if you've been having that conflicting energy between your thoughts and your feelings, you're going to have a little bit more clarity when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to making a life-changing decision, and going towards what it is you're drawn to increase your vitality and your purpose, your clarity of purpose. So a lot of harmony coming through, and this really is a good transit to kind of improve your relationships. And especially during this transit, I think a lot of positive influences when it comes to understanding your own psychology and why you do the things that you do, why you react to certain energies the way that you react. So let's jump in with some cards, guys, and see what other energies need to come through today. Pivot point, chakra balancing. So I tune up and maximize my chakras twice a day. So, you know, we can do this through meditation. So you might want to book a chakra clearing, a Reiki healing of some sort, in order to maximize all of this energy flow going through your emotional body and your chakra system in order to get, to a state of well-being. So I do think get ready for a major pivot point. Definitely that fork in the road, that divine why, where you're really needing to make that important decision, and maybe you've not had the clarity, and I think that clarity is coming. And whatever decision you make, I do feel is going to have a substantial impact on your life moving forward. So get ready to pivot, and you might have to face a challenge ahead, but challenges are a part of life, and challenges teach us how to stay in that aligned energy to face all of these challenges head on. We can never ever avoid challenges and changes. That's really just a part of the journey and a part of growth, because we never stop learning and we never stop growing. So we'll see what the cards have to say today. Meditation practice. And, a lot of people have a hard time going into meditation. You don't have to be good at it to start, but meditation does allow you to kind of quiet the mind. And that really does open up that doorway to this spiritual communication that's trying to come in. So daily practice, and the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Like anything, you kind of have to do it daily in order to keep yourself centered and grounded. And there's that challenge ahead that wanted to come out. So a lot is being illuminated when it comes to our spiritual path, when it comes to our greater purpose this life. So many in the collective are being encouraged to go deep into that shadow aspect in order to embrace this transformative part of the journey as we, kind of tap into our higher self, this higher awareness. Self-care is definitely going to be needed as we purge and cleanse all of these negative elements. So be willing and open to receive the messages that are coming through. And maybe you need to disconnect from some drama. Maybe you are in much need of some healing and rejuvenation. And we do that by going within. We do that by taking that time to ourselves. And when we, go within and take that time to be by ourselves in our own energy, that's when all of this clarity can come through the mind space, when all of these intense energies are flowing through. So what are you needing to, purge and cleanse out of your life when it comes to these negative behaviors, negative circumstances, negative people? And what are you needing to face when it comes to these challenges? I do feel somebody here has recently experienced a lot of upheaval in their life, perhaps going through a period of rest, rejuvenation. And, we all have this wisdom that we are kind of here to impart collectively. So, as we learn and evolve beyond all of these toxic situations, we learn a lot of lessons in life, right? And the further along the journey we get, the more wisdom that we've attained. So maybe you're being asked to share and impart that wisdom within the collective. And I do feel as we step into unconditionally honoring ourselves, that is when we can really promote healthy relationships in our life. So there's that heart awakening, and that's what that scorpionic energy really brought forward, was this very intense heart chakra purging. So where are you needing to forgive yourself, forgive another? Maybe you're needing to seek forgiveness, or maybe somebody is needing to seek forgiveness from you, and you are encouraged to lean into compassion and love. We don't know better until we do, and then when we know better, then we can actually put in the actions to start doing better. So I do feel, get ready for a major paradigm shift. We are in the precipice of this collective great awakening, and these intense energies are going to be flowing through probably till about mid-April. So we're really on the precipice of releasing all of these outdated beliefs that have repeated through generation after generation. All of these outdated patterns and ineffective patterns are kind of coming up to be addressed in order for us to purge and cleanse them, to get grounded in a new way of doing and being. So go into that self-care. I can't stress that enough with these intense energies. Really nurture and care for your mind, your body, and your soul. Make those healthy choices in your life, and really start to recognize all of these unhealthy habits that really aren't serving you when it comes to this spiritual path being illuminated. I think many are coming into this very intense soul awakening. I went through this awakening of my soul's identity in the spring of 2019, and I know how very painful it can be to come into this truth and to be shown that everything that you have been taught has been a lie or a falsehood. So when we awaken to this higher consciousness of all of our past lives and our soul's identity, that is when we come into this very deep awareness that, hey, we're part of this massive global awakening. And in order to do our part within the collective, we kind of have to find that authentic voice and remove any blockages within the throat chakra. When you are comfortable with expressing yourself openly and honestly, that's when you know that you've reached a milestone moment on your spiritual journey. So get ready to face a challenge. But this challenge is part of your transformation. This challenge is allowing you to shed all of these layers, all of these masks that you've worn that really are not who you truly are. It's really time to evaluate a lot of external factors and relationships in these energies and to release everything that's really not serving your life when it comes to journeying to your highest potential, your highest purpose. We are on the precipice of breaking these chains. The freedom feels so amazing when you break these chains of restrictions, impediments, any addictive behaviors. And freedom always does begin with that choice. So do be mindful of self-talk. Be mindful of how you speak about yourself. Do not speak negatively about yourself. Do those positive affirmations when it comes to these limiting behaviors, when it comes to reprogramming that thought process, because we need to step away from feeling energetically depleted and stagnant in order to receive the energies that are coming through. Get clarity. And you know how that clarity comes? It comes from purging all of these repressed emotions. Tears are a form of soul purification. So I think there is a past life connection coming up to be addressed. Somebody that you are deeply drawn to, magnetically drawn to, and somebody here has been going through a very transformational time, a renewal, a rebirth energy, like the moon energy was indicating. So we'll see what else needs to come through, guys. Regret. Regret is a wasted emotion, but somebody here is deep within some shadow aspects, some regret, reliving the past, wishing that they could maybe erase some past decisions. And hey, we can never ever erase the past, but we can choose to recognize what we've done wrong, what we need to do to correct some past actions, and, you know, to break free from that loop of reliving the past over and over again. So somebody here is very sorry. Perhaps there's some struggles with money and finances. There's definitely a soulmate connection that is completely over. It's time to lock and close the door to the past. The sun is going down on a situation, and I think maybe it's been a situation where you've struggled with finances. I think get ready for some accusations. Like I said, some very triggering, challenging energy when it comes to walking away from a situation that really has depleted you, maybe financially, energetically. There's definitely a soulmate connection that's over, and maybe somebody has regret over, you know, a past decision. Maybe somebody chose, you know, this soulmate, and maybe they want to go back to another soulmate. I'm not entirely sure, but it's kind of time to forgive and forget. Somebody's definitely sorry for treating you badly, for not really being there for you when maybe they should have. Somebody here has definitely broken your trust, I feel, and they're definitely feeling the weight of that regret on their heart. And, you know, if you have been kept in the dark, somebody really wishes that they did not do that, that maybe they wish that they could have expressed how they really felt for you at the time. Maybe they wish they were a better friend. Maybe they wish they could take away all the pain that they've caused you. But either way, somebody here, I feel, has betrayed your confidences, has betrayed your trust, and they really want to come forward and make it right. So get ready to maybe relive the past a little bit when it comes to these past mistakes. Because I do feel somebody sees you as that life partner. They do feel that this is a very strong past life connection, and I feel they're magnetically drawn to you when it comes to embracing these massive changes. So I think somebody wants to rebalance the situation. this very well could lead to a life partnership and a fresh start. So I think get ready for maybe somebody to reach out with a lot of regret, a lot of remorse, and to be open and emotionally vulnerable. Somebody's afraid, somebody's really afraid to open up and to ask for that fresh start. I think get ready for somebody to come for a visit and knock on the door. And I think somebody here is definitely working through a lot of inadequacy as they're making plans to venture towards making amends for the past. I think they're dealing with a very toxic karmic situation, likely a soulmate connection that was based on materialism, financial comfort, a lot of accusations, maybe about finances, I'm not sure, but somebody's definitely walking away from something toxic because it's over. And I think wanting to return to something from the past that they deeply regret walking away from, and they fear maybe not being accepted. But I do think somebody sees you as a life partner and they are drawn to you, and they're trying really hard to work through that fear when it comes to being emotionally vulnerable. And I do think a life partnership is on path, and spring is all about renewal, rebirth, revival. There is going to be a fresh start here, and somebody is finally ready to embrace these massive changes. So let's jump in with some tarot. Beautiful. Healing, wishes, the Star, Eight of Cups in order for rebalancing. So somebody's definitely walking away from a very dissatisfied situation. It's not working. We got 5 cups upright and 3 cups spilt over. So 3 to me is third party. Somebody's walking away from some third party drama, some third party interference, and they're deep in some regret, remorse, guilt, and shame. And they're on a search. They're on a search for contentment. They're on a search for emotional fulfillment. And they're on a search for healing. When we get to the 8 and we walk away from everything that's emotionally depleted us, we're in search for our spiritual purpose. We're in search of wish fulfillment. And that's, I feel, is what's on the table in the energies today. So let's see what needs to come through for the collective. Oh my gosh, yep, we got a King of Cups. Deep in some past energy, going through death, rebirth, transformation, water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. We got strong Pisces here too with the Hanged Man and the King of Cups. So we have a masculine here that is definitely reliving the past. Without a doubt, this is a deep past life soulmate connection. A connection where the two of you feel childlike again. I feel a connection, maybe that goes all the way back to childhood, doesn't have to be, but there's this renewal energy, this rebirth, and I do think some rats got in the mix when it comes to this deep soulmate connection. And there's the King of Cups here, deep in some regret, deep in some nostalgia, reliving the past, definitely gaining a new perspective. And I do think, yeah, definitely some financial issues here. Somebody's been losing a lot of money and they're gaining a shift. Somebody's been chained to something very toxic, playing the victim, playing the martyr. I think somebody is deep within some emotions, that's for sure, going through profound transformation and profound changes when it comes to reliving this past and perhaps making amends in order to rebalance a very unfair situation. Because yeah, somebody was definitely manipulative. Somebody regrets, you know, playing into needing to win at all costs. There's a lot being illuminated when it comes to maybe not valuing this life partner. Yeah, or somebody could be dealing with a very karmic feminine energy here. There's a lot of deception here, a lot of trickery. The 5 of Swords is get ready for some change, get ready for a fight. Somebody's at the crossroads. There's a lot illuminated when it comes to manipulation. The Empress in reverse, Taurus, Libra. We got some Leo energy here. She's not a nurturer. She does not take care of herself, so therefore she can't fill anybody else's cup. She's needy, codependent, quite likely clings to control for financial stability. She's definitely not somebody that can take care of herself, without a doubt. And maybe this person didn't value an Empress in the past as well. I'm getting a couple energies off of this. So somebody's dealing with a master manipulator, trying to keep somebody stuck, an Empress wannabe. And hey, to be that Empress, you're usually an older person and you've gone through a lot of life challenges. So There's definitely a dark karmic feminine energy here trying to manipulate a situation, but I think somebody's cutting through the bullshit. They can see clearly now that the rain is gone. There's been some illumination when it comes to this manipulative energy. And I do feel somebody's at the crossroads and their pathway has been illuminated, preparing for this rebirth energy, preparing to make that decision, because it's maybe time to pack up and move homes. Because if you're not being treated with dignity and respect, it's kind of time to bring that to the forefront and to choose a new direction, because somebody here is at the crossroads needing to make a substantial decision when it comes to forward movement. And I think somebody's getting ready to move to calmer waters because they see clearly this manipulative behavior. The 5, the 6 is a lot of progression. Yeah, somebody's breaking free from a very toxic trauma bond, a very codependent trauma bond, and they're getting ready to do the hard work. I think they've thought about this. They've made plans about this for a long time. Could be dealing with a Capricorn or an Earth energy, strong Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn. But I think, yeah, somebody was in a foundation for financial stability. I feel a masculine here that's really been working on building up their finances in order to break free from something very toxic. The devil could be materialism, greed, addictions, trauma bonds, codependencies. But somebody's breaking free. They're moving in a new direction. They're ready to do the hard work, to plant that seed. Yeah, they're ready to do the hard work. Somebody's coming back to put in the work, and I think maybe they didn't put in the work before, and they've been really looking at getting grounded, stable, and solid. I think somebody's getting ready to kind of master a very painful lesson in the energies today. Yeah, there's a masculine that is definitely going down for some past abuses, abuse of power, quite possibly experiencing total financial ruin because they did not value this pre-Empress energy. That is their wish fulfillment is what I'm feeling. So we got Aries coming out with the Emperor reversed, the 5 of Pentacles reversed, and the Magician, Gemini, Virgo. Somebody definitely manipulated a situation in the past with that Magician and the Emperor reversed. I think bridges are burning in the energy. There's no going back. Somebody definitely fears that maybe they've missed out on wish fulfillment. They're looking at this pre-Empress like, damn, I wish I valued you the first time around. Why didn't I see your worth? Why didn't I see your value? They went towards a karmic connection. And I feel they're definitely deep in some regret and some remorse here over this missed opportunity. I think there might have been ghosting in the past, abandonment. I think the Emperor reversed, he abandons you in your time of need. And I feel somebody has transformed their life. And now there's a masculine, you know, going through a period of disillusionment, deep in some regret, remorse, guilt, and shame when it comes to third-party interference. And all they want is this cutback. So I think somebody's hoping and praying that it's not too late. Maybe this 9 of Pentacles has a lot of suitors coming in, but I think somebody's getting ready to get rigorously honest with themselves, to make a head over heart decision and to use their logic when it comes to a brand new beginning. There will be victory and success here, but it's going to take a lot of rigorous honesty, maybe a very difficult conversation about a missed opportunity. I think somebody didn't want to look at this, and now they've been digging a little bit deeper, and all they can think about is that holy grail coupled love that they, you know, walked away from in the past. So I do think get ready to receive an offer. Somebody has been secretly planning to come forward for that new opportunity, for that clean slate. So maybe somebody is hitting rock bottom, but you can always rebuild from that ground zero. This Page of Pentacles got a big ass pentacle in his hand. And I think a new drive, a new spark, an exciting new offer. And this will be something that you can grow, that you can take to the bank. It might take a lot of work, and you might have to start at rock bottom, but it will grow into a legacy. So I think get ready for somebody to come forward for reconciliation. They're finally ready to face that final judgment call. Somebody's definitely been going through an awakening, a period of soul retrieval. And I do think, you know, somebody got in between a very deep spiritual connection here. This is somebody that you looked at as your life partner at one point in time. And I think the two of you did see eye to eye. And I think some rats got in the mix. And now somebody can see clearly after going through this purging process where their emotional contentment really lies. And there's been a lot of juggling because maybe somebody didn't want to feel this separation on their heart. Definitely a battle between the head and the heart. And somebody's deep in these emotions is what I'm feeling, because they can't juggle anymore. It's decision time, because this ship is going to sail away if somebody doesn't choose to take action. Somebody's coming forward with that apology because they want to heal this broken connection. So get ready for an unexpected shakeup with that Tower. Somebody's coming in very quickly to make amends for some past actions. They're getting ready to embrace change and they want a fresh start. So I think there's been blocks to this brand new beginning. I don't know that you're going to see it coming, but somebody is gathering their strength to come forward with a lot of truth. And you know, sometimes the truth hurts. I think there was a lot of past betrayal. I think somebody's been secretly watching you behind the scenes, figuring out how the heck do I come forward? How the heck do I make amends for what I have done? And I think this will lead to a higher level of commitment, and somebody is without a doubt going through profound change and transformation. Ooh, and then that just flipped out on the ground in reverse. So yeah, somebody I think is definitely facing some very harsh karma in the energy for some very past poor decisions. And it's kind of time for this restructuring and this rebalancing. You're not going to be able to rebuild where you're at. I think somebody's definitely feeling exposed and very vulnerable after a very tough ending, walking away from an ending, preparing to go towards who they feel is their life partner. So we'll get a couple messages from Spirit, and I will close off the reading. I grabbed my crystal stone deck today. So yeah, somebody here along the lines lost who they were, and it's kind of time to return to self and to nurture yourself. Emotional vulnerability truly is strength. So I do feel there's somebody getting ready to make amends, and you might want to refrain from judgments. You might want to just be open to hearing what this person has to say, because hey, we all experience life on our own terms, in our own way, and we all have to go through this journey, you know, as our life has asked us to. So somebody I feel is refocusing their energy, getting honest with themselves, you know, recentering themselves to come forward and attain this goal in this deep spiritual connection is what I'm feeling. And you know, hey, the truth hurts sometimes. So I do think get ready for an epiphany. Somebody is going through a massive release as their spiritual path is being illuminated. And I do think, hey, it's been a tough road. But somebody here is finding their strength and their determination to recover and to go after what it is that they truly deserve. Because I think it's kind of time to heal the past in order to enjoy the present moment and to embrace the future that you deserve. So maybe somebody was playing into some addictive behaviors, getting drunk, masking the pain, wine. I'm being shown a wine glass. So over drinking when it comes to masking this pain. And I think somebody's recently broken free from this masking in order to receive some clarity. I think somebody's life has been a train wreck. They've gone way off the rails. Could be dealing with Pisces, but it's kind of time to get back on track, to release this victim routine and to really start living in purpose. Another card just fell on the floor. 5 of Cups reverse. It's kind of time to stop reliving the past. It's really time to make amends once and for all. So we'll see what else needs to come through with the Crystal Stone deck. Tune into your serenity. So what are you needing to do to go to that place of heaven from the inside out? Because we all have the ability to create heaven on earth, but we have to first do that from the inside out. So I think a lot of ancient origins have been awakening within somebody's reality. And it's like this spiritual snow cone energy. I think somebody's been shaken to the core when it comes to this seething, sweltering regret, remorse, and guilt. A lot of hot tempers with that Aries energy too. Not gonna lie that I not gonna lie about that. I think there's a very delicate situation needing to be rebalanced, and I feel somebody is really hoping that they can make amends. I think they've ignored this inner voice for a very long time, and now everything is coming to the surface at once that they're really needing to try and get a handle on when it comes to this whole life situation that they're entangled in. So I feel a lot of meditation is going to help as somebody wants to come forward with that communication. So it's kind of time to stop and really listen to what this person has to say. And you might be surprised at what they have to say and what you hear. So I do think the energy is super agitated. You might want to stop, drop, and roll if you're playing into that very heavy anger, hot-tempered energy. Get ready for a lot of emotions to be rolling off the tongue today. But this is where you kind of exhale all of this negativity once and for all in order to bring these new formations to the surface. So I think get ready to just chill a little bit. Somebody is making a very important decision today, making that choice when it comes to a very ancient soul mate connection from past lives. And I think it's kind of like this energy of first light. Somebody's been all caught up inside in all of these inclusions. And there is, you know, this very old soul energy coming up that's been in this very long, dark winter energy of transformation of in the underworld. And I think somebody here just wants to convert the past and step back into positivity. So I think somebody here is like in need of this metaphysical hug from the universe, or maybe even a physical hug from you. I think get ready for somebody to come forward and rebalance something that was way out of whack in order to sift through all of these regrets, to break free from this mental chatter. And somebody's getting ready to act because somebody's been playing into chronic indecision. Could be dealing with a Libra, doesn't have to be. But the deadline is now. I think the universe is saying, hey, the deadline is now. It's time to make this decision. It's time to decide on something once and for all. Are you going to swipe left or are you going to swipe right? Either way, everything is going to be okay. It's kind of time to break through these limitations and to make your big dreams your reality. And instead of banging your head up against the wall, maybe it's just time to come forward and have that conversation. So I think somebody's been waiting and waiting and waiting, and you can't wait until tomorrow. It's time to stop waiting. It's time to turn the page and to power through all of these barriers to restore abundance in your life again. So get ready to stand tall. Somebody's coming in triumphant, and they're not going to let anything stand in their way when it comes to kicking in the door and making things right. And that's kind of what I got for a message today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin flame reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.